Oh man, this is a game changer. I don't understand how anybody could want to vote for Kamala at this point. The only thing that Kamala has to offer people who are pro-abortion for every state is she will sign an order if it passes through the Senate. A bill, I mean. If it passes through the Senate and Congress, she'll sign so every state has to have abortion. So like she is hoping that Democrats just have a blue wave. I don't. Why the fuck would the Democrats have a blue wave at this point? They have destroyed our country. They have made it so hard for us to get by. They have caused so many of our problems. Whether you're having all these people come over and we're having to take care of them because you keep on taxing us, and they don't have to, and you're using our money to sustain these people because they want a new voter base. I think that should be illegal. This is what I don't like about the whole people voting, everybody being able to vote. I think that you should have to contribute something to society. I think you should be a positive, whether it's land ownership or like you're a net taxpayer, something like that. This whole notion that the right is pushing of, like these people, the manosphere people, oh, we need to ban women from voting. Like how the fuck are you going to do that? You see how up in arms women are on an issue of abortion, and how highly unlikely that a Roe v. Wade will ever, well not ever, but anytime soon be implemented. They're not going to get all three branches of government unless there's blatant cheating. And if there's blatant cheating this time, people aren't going to put up with it, I think. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll just like, oh, let the Democrats continue to destroy the country even worse. But I think that we're just going to see states secede from the union at that, you know. We only put up with so much. We only put up with so much of them just not protecting us at all. So the big thing is the whole thing with repealing the 19th is ludicrous. It's such a dumb. I'm not saying it's a good. Like I think that women should have the right to vote if they want. Why would you take that right from them? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, let's go back. That doesn't make any sense because look at how many people. Look at how many guys are voting Democrat too. So like, what are you talking about? What is taking the 19th? Oh, because statistically most of them are left leaning for now. And then when things were what I picked up on could be false information. Back in the day, women were very conservative when men were actually being more progressive. So like, women are conformists. Just because they're progressive right now doesn't mean they're going to continue to continue to be progressive. Can't even talk. Trump just came out yesterday with this amazing idea. I'm sitting here complaining about overtime, mandatory overtime. I think that mandatory overtime is slavery. A huge reason why I think it's bullshit is because the government, like if I work so many hours of overtime, they just take like all of my money. I don't feel like it's not all my money, but it basically feels like I'm just working straight time. Well, he wants to have no tax on overtime, which is great for us. And then dumbass Tim Pool's like, well, this won't be good because they won't want to hire people. No, it'd be the same as it is right now. Companies don't like paying overtime, and because they have to pay more for the the same output. So you want more people to work, so you don't have to, so they stay on straight time. And then you just send them home after the job is done. So it's like, why would you pay somebody on overtime time and a half when you can just pay somebody, a group of like people, straight time, and as soon as the job's done, send them all home? I mean, it makes more sense. So now he wants to ban taxing on overtime, which is great. That's a great thing. It seems like he's for taking away taxes and she's for putting more taxes, whether it's a capital gains tax, hiring the capital gains tax, or unrealized gains, which makes no fucking sense. And how it's being pushed is, oh, it's only the rich people. Yeah, and so was income tax. Income tax was only for rich people too when it first came out. Now everybody has it. So like, there's so many taxes that we're being double taxed, and I think that's supposed to be illegal. Like, why are you taxing me twice? I never understood that. I buy a house, I have to pay taxes on it, and then I have to continue paying taxes, property taxes on it. It's weird. And then I sell and I have to pay taxes on it. It's like, dude, enough with the taxes. Enough with the taxes. I'm for just a flat tax. Take away income tax. You can have income tax for businesses or people that make a lot of money or whatever, and it can be revisited, or a sunset law or whatever. But I'm for just a federal sales tax. Just add like a little tiny bit to a transaction, like a little bit, like very little, where it would just pretty much be maybe a little bit less than we pay for income tax. And you can even do it like at a like an income scale. It's a highly complex thing, but like, why do we still have the traditional, like, everybody here's the problem is, like, I have no problem with people being taxed more the more money they make, like, but where does that money go? That's the thing. Where does that money go? Are you just wasting it? Are you just using it to blow up other countries for what? It's, if we had like my whole point is, I hate having to sit here, worry about the IRS, worry about having to go get my taxes done, do this, do that. Like, I would like to have my full income. Who hates, like, when they get their check to just think like, okay, like, I'm already gonna have this automatically taken out, and then after all this I gotta do this, and then they implement all these stupid fucking tax rules every fucking year. So like, yeah, I can figure out how to do my own taxes. It's not that fucking hard. I can watch a YouTube video. Here's the problem: they keep on adding all these fucking things every fucking year. Every single year they add new fucking taxes, rules, or this and that. So it's like, man, just, if we're gonna have an income tax or what have you, just put it on the wealthy or whatever. But all the rest of us, we don't fucking want to go get our taxes done. We don't want to have to try to figure out our taxes. And then, like, we have to worry about, oh, this asset, that asset, and it just gets all complicated for no fucking reason. And at the end of the day, like, where is this gonna come from if they're not taking taxes? Well, you can start taking people off of welfare, dude. Start taking people off of welfare. You don't have to cut it right away. You don't have to be like, tomorrow you're done, but like, be like, hey, listen, here's a notice, we're weaning you off of welfare. The best thing I think that people could do, this is the best thing I think to get people off of welfare. First off, we need to bring jobs back. We need to bring good jobs back. And then just let people stay on the welfare for like a year, and then and tell them, listen, man, you got a year. You can keep your same welfare for all the year, right? But you're cut off at the end of the year. Like, you're done. We're not gonna keep giving you money. You're gonna have to figure it out. You're gonna have to figure out your housing. So like, take this time to get a job and start saving money. Start making money. That will help production too. That will help out the economy as well. And then but you can't just like cut people off right away, but like, you have to give them, because how welfare works right now is you have to tell the government every single penny you get, so they can like basically cut your benefits if you make too much. So people realize that they live the same life. Like, why would I get up and go to work for the same life as I have right now, basically? What's the point? So they don't want to work. There's no benefit. And it usually benefits like single moms and stuff like that. Those are the first priority. Well, you know, it should be like, oh yeah, you fall on hard times. Okay. It's kind of like, what is that? Unemployment. Treat it like unemployment. Not something you want to be on forever. And if you do, I know this sounds authoritarian. If you do get pregnant and you're on this, and like, listen, man, we're not taking care of you. If you can't take care of your kid, if you can't find a good man to help provide for your family, what we're going to do is, I guess, you know, the kid could be in the system or whatever, which is horrible, but people need to realize that there's consequences. Like, we can't take care of you. We can't do this anymore. So like, it's cheaper for the government just to give you a hysterectomy, so you don't keep pumping out these kids that you can't even take care of because you're irresponsible. We make mistakes. Unfortunately, we're going into times where you can't make big mistakes. This whole system is so unsustainable. Everything's a bubble. Everything is a literal bubble. Social Security, I'm never going to get, and I have to pay into that. It's absolutely ridiculous. I shouldn't have to keep paying into this. I don't care. Like, you depend on me. Like, other people depended on you. Like, I don't care, man. Why should I keep paying into something that I'm not gonna ever receive anyway? That's how I feel about Social Security. Oh, fuck your Social Security, man. You figure it out. You live through the greatest economic time ever, and you're sitting here dependent on other people trying to take our stuff. No, what you're gonna do is you're gonna have like the youth say, fuck it, dude, I can't do shit. I can't do nothing. You know, like me complaining on here, this is real shit. This is real shit the youth is going through. And for me, I'm just an old man. See, like, here's the thing. I can relate with millennials and Gen Z big time. I am a partial millennial, but I can relate with Gen Z. So when I post stuff out here talking about doom and gloom, this is depressing, this is hard, it's hard for me. This is amplified for them because, like, at least I've had my kids. At least I've had women in my life. There's a lot of young men that might never ever have kids, that might never have a girlfriend, and they're pissed, and rightfully so. You have every reason to be pissed off. The system keeps propping up women. It keeps propping them up and their horrible decisions. People need to have consequences, and I don't want to see kids suffer. I really don't want to see kids suffer, but I don't want to see women out here continuously pumping out, you know, she makes one mistake and then she goes off to makes another mistake. And how many mistakes do we have to fucking pay for because this fucking retard over here can't keep her legs closed and learn from her mistakes? Well, you get a hysterectomy. You want to depend on the system, you get a hysterectomy. We're not going to continue to support this shit. You're not going to have 15 kids and we have to support it. You're not going to have double kids. You're not going to have 5 kids and we have to support that shit. It's not going to happen. I think that we should take care of the elderly and we should take care of the youth. But listen, man, the youth is far more important than the elderly. I'm sorry to say. And we're coming up, like, I mean shit. I mean nothing compared to the youth. The youth is the future. I'm not the future. I'm the present. Yeah, I'm the present right now. But the youth is the most important. And the fucking old people, man, they live their fucking lives, dude. You've lived your life. So, like, if you think that you're gonna continuously, like, live off the backs of these fucking kids when they barely can get by, you got another thing coming, man. You get another thing coming. These kids are gonna act out violently, dude. And they're gonna come towards you. You're gonna see elderly abuse skyrocket. Unless we have some real changes where the youth can actually get a foothold and actually build something for themselves. They want to build a life. They can't build shit. They could barely make ends meet, if that. How many people are just surviving off of credit right now? Like, I'm looking at big fucking outputs where I work, and I work distributing food to grocery stores, and then I see fast food, and they have all these crazy deals now. That tells me that they're not getting the same amount of revenue as they were, so they're trying to come up with some more deals. Because, like, businesses are only for short-term profit. They don't think long-term at all. They only think about keeping the doors open, like, tomorrow. That's all they care about. They don't think about 5 years from now, 10 years from now, because they might not exist, like a Blockbuster and whatever. So, yeah, it's if we keep with the Democrat bullshit, if we have a blue wave, expect it to get way harder, and then people are gonna start acting out violently. I'm pleading, and I'm not saying that I'm going to, and I'm not advocating for people to act out violently, but I'm saying, like, you're putting a target on your back. You're putting a target, like, you Democrats, like, you're putting a huge target on your back. You're bringing in all these people here that they're not civilized. They don't care about our rules. They don't care about our laws. Man, I made a video on my ex talking about this type of stuff. Like, not everybody is civilized, man, even here in America. But a lot of people, they don't have the same type of culture. They're not taught the same type of things growing up, right from wrong. They're just all about survival. So, because that's what they're used to. They don't know any difference but survival. You're putting target on your back, man. People will act out violently. 'Cause when you have nothing to lose, when there's nothing to gain or nothing to lose, people will just lose it. And I'm seeing it. I'm seeing, like, I was watching clips on X of these fights breaking out, and there's always been fights, but it just seems like there's football stadiums, just seems like it's happening more. So people are agitated. People are feeling the pinch. They still want to enjoy their lives, but they feel like they can't. They feel like all the prices are extremely high and wages never keep up. So like, that's, stop. Yeah, inflation has settled. Inflation has finally subsided, but they're just gonna, the Democrats' plan is to add more inflation. And okay, like me, I'm looking at Trump and I'm like, dude, he is pro marijuana being legalized. He is no taxes on tips, no taxes on overtime. What is another big thing I like? There's so many. He's about stopping wars, stopping killing. Like, he wants all that stopped. And then what does the Democrats come out continuously? Oh, Project 2025. Trump's like, I denounce it. I don't want no part of it. And then she continued. Even that's 2 times in the debate. Even when he denounced it, in the debate, she still brought it up again. And then her accounts, whoever is running her accounts on X, is still pushing out the propaganda that he's all about 2025, Project 2025. And it's absurd. It's literally absurd. I wish I can talk more about how dumb women are with their voting, but I made a video on my X and it's pinned. I don't feel good about uploading it on here, but because I rail pretty hard. I go pretty hard on that. But yeah, it's what is the other thing? Oh, Bitcoin. Yeah, Trump is so pro Bitcoin right now. He was against it, and now he's for it. It's like Bitcoin is huge, and he's talking about some of the stuff he was talking about, like the government investing in Bitcoin, like making our dollar more sound, like our dollar just being completely destroyed. I'm not sure if we can ever get rid of that national debt, and I'm not too sure about the longevity of our currency, but what Bitcoin would do is it would give some legitimacy to our government, at least. So my thing is, I think that we need all types of currencies, that, you know, like a video game currency, which you can use for blockchain. You use blockchain for that. So when I'm playing a game, games are pretty much like a job now. And I know it sounds weird, but it's just grinding. It's not even like fun anymore. So I'm really not even like a big into playing games anymore because of it. But I sit here grinding, and then I don't want to play it no more. I can't do nothing with everything that I've gained out of it, whether it's XP points or you know, just to make my character stronger. I should be able to sell that to somebody. I should be able to sell my character to somebody. I should be able to sell things that I've gathered in the game. Maybe it's some rare sword, or maybe it's a jersey that I bought on NBA 2K. It's amazing, like whatever jersey you bought last year, especially with real money, you don't get to use it in the next year's game. I should be able to use it or sell it, and the NCAA whatever game should get a cut off of that too, because it's their licensing or whatever. Like, they should get a cut off of every transaction from that. And then I could take whatever type of currency it is, some blockchain currency, and then I can flip it into something else, and I can flip it into a currency that I can spend. Bitcoin is never going to, unless they do like some hardcore forks or whatever. It's too much money to transact. It costs too much in fees to transact your crypto. So we need something that is lightning fast, because Bitcoin isn't lightning fast. It's faster than our traditional banks, but it's not lightning fast. You know what's lightning fast? our credit system. Our credit cards are lightning fast. It takes a couple seconds to get approved. Like I put my credit card in there, approved, boom, I'm off on my way. We need like, this is what I want. I want to be able to go on my break or open up my phone at any time, and I want to see my bank account getting funds in there. I want to see it live. I want to see, like, okay, I'm getting funds. I don't want to have to wait a week. I don't want to have to wait 2 weeks to get my money. I want my money right fucking now. That'll make me want to work harder. That'll make me like, okay, I want to work overtime. I want to stay longer. I want to work more because I can see it happening. We are in the instant gratification, whether people like it or not. We don't want to wait a month till we get our money. We don't want to wait 2 weeks. We don't want to wait a week. We want our money now. And there's no reason why we can't. There's no reason why we can't use blockchain to be able to implement systems like this. This is where we're headed. So when I'm at work, I want to see my funds in my bank account get uploaded real time, not a week from now, not 2 weeks from now. Like I said, it'll make me more it'll give me more incentive to want to work harder, to want to keep working. So yeah, I'm getting off of this now.